So, there have been a few changes here recently. First off, new model. And usually, in VTuber fashion, when you have a new model, you're supposed to have a bit of a overblown celebration for it. Since it's the first time many of you have participated in this kind of bread and circus, some of you might not know what a VTuber debut is. Let me break it down for you real quick, and then we'll see my attempt at a debut. When it's the first time a VTuber is doing a live stream, or in my case, a broadcast, in the community it is called a debut, because it is their debut broadcast. And it usually has a bit of a pattern, and it stems from traditional Japanese idol culture. Now, I'm not a Japanese idol, and I'm not a big corporate VTuber, so I'm not going to hold myself to those standards. You're going to get the bare minimum from what one would expect from me. But generally, during a VTuber debut, you can expect something like a slideshow, about learning some things about the VTuber and what they want to make for content and their personality. Sometimes their character archetype, if they have an archetype, though I'm not archetype. I'm just doing my shit, if that makes sense. So you're not going to be getting a bunch of stereotypical stuff from me. You're just going to be getting what you get right out of the box from my YouTube shorts, but in a very long format. Sometimes if they have merch, you get that. Usually, traditionally, VTuber debuts are an hour or less because they're trying to entice as many people as possible in as short a time as possible. Now, I'm not going to do that because you guys have already been here for a while. You already know a lot about me. So it's more just we're getting over the hurdle of the extra stuff and showing off this new model for me. And I'm going to be dropping merch and stuff, so I'm just going to show that off a bit and whatever. But I'm not doing this. I skip a lot of what usually VTubers do. Anyway, for those who are new, for those who have never seen a VTuber debut before, this isn't a typical one, but it's mine, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, well, this was quite a bit of setup. How's it going, everybody? Genuinely, I have no... I've been planning for a while, and I still have no idea how exactly I wanted to start things, so we're just going right into it. Balls deep. Hi, everyone! So, this is a lot. I know, it's a lot for me, it's a lot for you. It's just a whole lot going on. And no amount of prep could have really prepared me for moments like this. Hold on, I've got a list. Right, I'm gonna show off my model. I've got a big list here. I've got... the only thing I can read is stipulation. Just so you guys know, the lighting in here isn't great because I repurposed a huge my childhood closet to fit my computer in it, and there's no lights in here, so I'm reading off the glow of my computer screen right now. But yeah, let's peep the fit, shall we? No longer a Vroid, but I still love my Vroid brethren. Huh? Look at me. Look at me. Front, back, center. You can take off layers at a time. This is the official uniform, by the way. White long sleeve button up with the striped tie. I'm a bit whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I can handle you guys, but I am whelmed. So there's that. We've got the colorways, which I'm personally incredibly excited for. We've got... Okay, I need to let you guys know, I didn't actually realize that green screening would chroma out my model. Hold on, let me just adjust the... You know what? No, we're committing to it. This is green minus, everyone. No! It's been 5 minutes! Come This is all according to the Keikaku, everybody. Don't worry. We've got green, which I will fix after I'm done this. And we've got pink. Get those pigtails going. Void Midas. Yes, yes, yes. There's no blue Midas. That's not a thing. But there is Void Midas. This is what I look like when I'm recording my shorts on YouTube. All my outfit toggles are interchangeable as well, so that's lots of fun. Okay. So, we knocked that off the list. What's next? Credits. Credits. Very important. Very important to credit. So we're gonna do that. Okay? This is what I meant to click. So, if I just redirect your attention this way, over here, we've got Kota, who made my logo, who did my overlays, like the cute little overlays you see like around the screen, like up there. It's because of Kota. Joe, who did the most incredible poster for the merch drop, which I'm so jazzed by. This guy does the most incredible artwork. It's insane. And so one day I just kind of slid into his DMs and it was just like, hey, work for me. Draw some insane things for me, please. Win. Godly. Absolute legend. Super appreciated. They worked so fast, so clean. Just, they really translated my vision to like life. Really, like I threw a character sheet at them that I made myself, and I was like, hey, can you do this? Can we do this? And without a hesitation, they were just on the ball. Like, I can't say enough nice things about Win. For the starting soon screen and for the little lore video, that was me. I did that shit. I spent way too long on it. I did the music. I did the Vroids for the lore. I didn't make the background. I default in VRM Poser. But for the intro, I did the graphics. I did the thing. I did the music. It was a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of saved things till the last minute. Especially the starting soon screen. That I spent like the last 24 hours on. And I only barely finished it, and I'm like, I gotta make it match the vibe of the music, but I also need to make sure there's like 5 different stages to this music. I mean, to this video, to this starting soon, because I need people to be engaged, because I love starting soon screens. I've made lots in my day. But they get really repetitive and boring. Like, it's just the same image kind of floating in a circle, or maybe it's one little animation over and over and over again. I'm like, no. I want people to feel like they're going on a journey. It needs to be a little more customized. But there's no blue Midas. But in the lore, there was, it took everything I had to not just spoil it on Twitter, because I kept, like, hovering over the tweet button like a fucking lunatic. I just wanted to, like, show it off early. And I stopped myself, like, 3 separate times. And I had to keep deleting that post over and over again, because I just wanted to share it, despite the people that kept asking for blue Midas. But I was good. I was good, and I kept the surprise. I did a great job. I don't care what anyone says. I did a fucking spectacular job. Okay, now that the initial rush of adrenaline has finally subsided, I want to do a quick breakdown of how today's gonna go. Because there's the typical debut introduction, which we have done. There is the credits, which we have done. I am not doing a slideshow. There's no fucking point in doing a slideshow. At least not with me and my kind of audience. I'm not an idol. I'm not super, like, VTuber culture-y, despite being immersed in the culture, which is like I'm a living contradiction, let's be real. What I'm going to be doing is, this stream is going to kind of turn into a Zatsudan. And for a lot of you guys, you may not know what that means, because I know a huge portion of my viewer base are kind of new to the whole VTuber thing. I've been told over and over again, I'm a lot of yours first VTuber. So let me just come here for a second. I'm gonna give you a fucking word lesson, okay? A Zatsu is a chatting stream. I'm going to talk. And you guys don't have a choice. You're gonna listen. I've got you here. And I got you by the throat. And we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about. So that'll be after the bread and circuses of the actual debut part of the debut. I will be streaming once a week on Wednesdays. I'm going to nail down the time by the end of the day, but I'm say like typical streams would be 6 hours later than this one. So like 6 p.m. PST usually. Assume that every stream will be different. They'll all start with a Zatsu or some talking, but depending on my mood, how spicy I'm feeling, if I have things I want to share, if I have projects I'm working on, or I randomly feel like not myself and I want to play a video game, I'll do that. So. I'm gonna pull open the merch site, just quickly go through it, because I'm very proud of what it was put together, because I did a lot of artwork for it, and it almost didn't happen. So, I get to have my little moment of merch glory. So this is my fourth wall. I did this big, beautiful artwork. I actually did a lot of it on a Discord call. Got a little crowbar there, and we got a big crowbar there, and we got the eyes, we got the error message, you know. Poster by Joe Canvas. This I'm so fucking jazzed about. Like, oh my god. Like, there is a ton of little Easter eggs. Like, every square inch is covered in, like, little Easter eggs about the stuff I've posted before. Look, there's Ayumi in the corner. Like, even down here, they've got the crowbar, we've got the energy drinks, AI takeover, brainwave, control. Just, Joe is a legend, okay? I told him I wanted, like, a Matrix vibe, and he fucking delivered. Here, these two, the shirt and the hoodie, the actual design, the print, is by Kotonya. Look at that. It's like something casual and low-key you could wear at the barbecue, like at the family cookout, but you're also wearing merch, right? Like, it's layerable, it's dark, you can wear a tie with it. Striped tie would be nice. Almost done my pitch, I swear. The conspiracy. I love puns, okay? And finally, cups. I was very excited about this. I was obsessively drawing these chibis for like a week straight. And we've got all 3 major flavors, all in one glass. And this is a collectible item, so it'll only be available to the end of August. I'm making it time limited because I'm a monster. We made it through the dry part of the stream, or maybe it's the exciting part of the stream. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys were... Oh, don't tell me you could hear my Discord this whole time. I shut Discord off. Have you guys been hearing Discord beeping? Hold on. I hate myself. Oh my god, and... This... Okay, hold on. It's not even docked. I have Discord shut off. This is so stupid. I'm going crazy. This is so dumb. Hold on. Okay, I think I fixed it. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. This is... Oh! Okay. Okay. Should be good now. More pings than a low-income household. I saw that, Lazaric. Have a Costco rotisserie chicken. Oh! You guys are insane. You guys are insane. You guys are insane. Oh my god, Helta! Oh my god, I'm gonna... Okay. I'm not overwhelmed, but I am very whelmed right now. In, out. In, out. So, if you see me, like, moving a little bit weird, I am in a closet. I mentioned this earlier, but I made, like, my own makeshift sound booth. Like, I have a booth, but, like, it doesn't encompass everything. So I have the booth inside of a closet, surrounded with sound panels, and a desk that snugly fit inside there. Now, the thing is that the way that setup worked, was... I need to come out of the closet. Funny enough that you should say that. My mother made that same joke on the way out of the house today. I'm so mad about that. Anyway, it's like the easy joke, right? So the chair would stick out of the closet because I'm tucked in under the desk, but this would mean that because of the unfortunate placement, the door would smack me in the back of the head every time, like, somebody wanted to come in. So I had the brilliant idea 2 days ago. Well, what if I just sawed my desk in half? And, like, then I could fit my chair in there and just be super snug in my little closet. And, like, I could seal off the front of it with a blanket, and then the door won't hit me in the face anymore. So I went and I got, like, the electric saw, but I started with the hand saws first. And the desk was already kind of pre-cut to fit inside the closet, so I went ham on the desk. And then I popped into my Discord with a bunch of people randomly, and I started showing my camera, like, hey guys, I'm cutting my desk in half, with no context, and then I left. If the VOD gets nuked, I'm gonna cry. Good job, chat. We speed ran the I can fix her arc, and now our Chuba is mostly functional. How dare you? It is up to us to now break her in different ways. I have utmost faith in my fellow duders. You guys are miserable. Thank you, Radstorm. Obligatory congratulations, Super Chatter. Thank you, well, thank you for the 20 ARS, MAGA. Mag. I feel like I just got tricked into saying something. All right. Congratulations, that's some really interesting lore. Love the character sprites. Thank you! I made them all in Vroid, because I can't help myself. You know who else loves lists? The government. Yeah. Congratulations on your achievements. Oh, Gilded One. Gilded One, that feels like such like a wizard name. Is that my government assigned wizard name? Speaking of, I have a game that I do want to play eventually called Waltz of the Wizard. It's where you, like, torment this skull. I've been obsessed with watching playthroughs of it recently, and I'm not, like, a gamer. I have a very hard time gaming. It's not easy. I don't like it. I suck at it. It took me an hour plus to learn how to make a pickaxe in Minecraft recently. But this game is so sarcastic and so cruel that there's just endless potential there. My third favorite piss tuber. Oh, thank you, Gail. And what do you mean third, Radstorm? What other piss tubers are you watching? Do I even really want to know? Best work gets done at 3 a.m. Oh yeah. Indubitably. Love the new model. You play Nikkei? No, I do not. However, funny thing about that is when I made the initial Midas Vroid, it was inspired by Eleg. Like, specifically Eleg from Nikkei, because I love that design so much. And because at the time my roommate was, like, really into Eleg, and so I was seeing a lot of Eleg around, and I'm just like, can I make yellow work? Can I design a yellow character? Now, if I had known that it was going to be my new flesh for the foreseeable future, maybe I wouldn't have designed myself this way. But I think it's a happy kind of thing, you know? Like, red is actually my favorite color, so, you know, like, pink is, like, close, right? But yeah, everything about me is a fucking accident. I swear. Like, Midas kicking off was an accident, and so I had to use my accidental model. Just I'm still so pressed about this particular accident, actually. Okay. So, after the desk incident, basically, my whole week has been dedicated to setting this up properly, as best as I can. And it's been interesting. Speaking of chat, it's gonna be interesting to see the expansion of off chat, if that makes sense. Because some of you may be new, some of you not so new. But on Twitch, I pulled a little bit of a prank, where I teased that I was streaming, but it was fake. You on Twitch may remember this. But I played like a couple hour loop of How Can We Be Lovers by Michael Bolton. I didn't expect it to be like a permanent joke in this space, but I guess it is. And since then, the chat on Twitch never stopped. Like, it's been almost 2 months, I think. And it's actually insane. For a while, some of you were claiming it was your Discord alternative. One thing, if you haven't realized already, the main reason I really like shorts is that I can just say shit, and I don't have, and like, I can edit myself, because when I'm live, I repeat words a lot. Like I repeat a lot. I stammer. I have a terrible stammer. And I also repeat the word like a lot. Just, I'd like to remove those from my vocabulary because then it's easier to understand what I'm saying and I'm not like tumbleweeding into conversations sounding like this weird mix of a valley girl who's lost her meds. Yes? So we are keeping on with the shorts because those are my only saving grace that makes me look like I have a semblance of sanity, that I have a semblance of posture, a semblance of quality. Do you promise not to groom us on Discord? What kind of fucking questions are these? I promise you will not be groomed on my Discord. Would you change your design much if you redid it properly? So, I mean, with this new model, I've kind of changed it a lot while keeping all the stuff from the initial one that I really liked. But this is basically how I would have it if it was properly. However, if I could do everything all over again, like with all of my knowledge I know now, if I knew where I would be today, I would be red instead of yellow. That said, yellow works, and I like yellow. Yellow has actually shockingly grown on me. It started off as one of those colors that I'm an artist, and yellow is a very hard color for me to use in my work. It's hard for me, right? But I've grown like an appreciation for it because maybe it's exposure therapy. And they say exposure therapy doesn't work, folks. No. I've Pavloved myself into liking yellow. Chroma key blue instead. I'll have to figure I'll have to figure that out in Warudo, because Warudo defaults to green. Vanish to the Shadow Realm. Real, speaking of Shadow Realm, my little sister's a bit of a firecracker. When I was prepping this stream today, Midas, you're telling impressionable views and never being teacher getting from Discord. Shut the fuck up, Oxy! People keep saying that, so I gotta just... Oxy, to hell with you. So, when my sister was leaving for work today... Fuck, now I forgot! I hate all of you! I hate all of you so much! You're making me refer to my note sheet now. Ugh. Well, I do have something about my sister here. When me and her were little, we mummified some squirrels in like a traditional like Egyptian like mummification process as children. Like, what do you mean Alzheimer's moment? No, but as kids, I think I was in like 3rd grade, maybe younger. I remember she was like 5 or 6, and she has like a fascination with taxidermy. That's her whole thing. Like, she's like a supermodel, but she loves taxidermy. So she's like very Gat Moe, but IRL. She's like 5, and I need a project for my Egyptian assignment in elementary school. And my mother was like, oh, well, you like mummies. Why don't you do like some sort of project about mummies? And my little sister goes to the freezer because my family like does trapping during the winter on the mountainside. We like go up the mountains, we set traps, and we capture wild animals. She's like, wait, I've got some squirrels. And so she pulls them out, and she's way too excited to dissect these squirrels. And so from there on, that ended up being my project for like 3rd grade. We took it outside in the yard. We dissected them. And I remember a very core memory was her just getting the garden hose and like power hosing the inside of the squirrel down. And I'm just sitting there like, what's my fucking life? And then we used the fruit dryer to dehydrate them so that we could speed run like the mummification process. We made little jars and we put the organs in them. And then, at the very end, I showed up to school. I was the only kid in elementary school who had a very interesting science project, or I guess it was a history project. Everyone else came with like fucking Lego built pyramids or a poster board, but nah. I had mummies because I know how to party. Why did your sister have frozen squirrels prepared? Because, okay, my family likes to trap in the winter because there's a lot of pest animals up here in the mountains. We usually capture like marten, or I guess around the world it's called sable. And it goes for good money, I suppose, but they're very much a nuisance up here, so it's to our benefit to capture them. Sometimes we go for beavers, sometimes we go for basically anything that's like a crappie. Sometimes we accidentally capture squirrels, because squirrels like the same things that the marten like. They like the food that we put in the traps. And we make these big complex boxes with big metal traps that are almost like mouse traps, but they've got like circles in them. And when the marten, like, it's like a big long slinky thing. When it goes into the box, it basically snaps its spine in half and it kills it on impact. And when we get squirrels, because of the positioning, we usually snap their neck. And so sometimes we have a freezer full of squirrels because my sister wants to practice taxidermy on them. Okay, what do duders look like? And do we come in different colors other than blue? Yes, actually. There is I don't have the visual on hand, but you guys are big white orbs with different glasses. And they can be sunglasses, they can be reading glasses, whatever glasses you like, but they default to my aviator sunglasses. And you got little stick arms and stick legs. And it was designed, and the design came about because of an artist in my community called Dennett. Or Dennett, yes. Texas Squirrel House Massacre. So, aside from like the squirrel mummification and just taxidermy and stuff like that, I've got a brother. He broke his wrist in half recently. And so he had to have a big metal rod put into his arm. That was fun. But I have lots of siblings. And each of them are just as unique as I am, I would say. If not a little bit more unique. I have unfortunately been told I'm the most normal person in my family by many people. You will probably not see many of them, but on the very rare RTX posts... Oh, by the way, I'm not going to be doing very many IRL camera videos. The ones that I've posted up to this point were, like, very limited, and I genuinely don't plan on doing tons of those. It's just, in the moment, they were appropriate to make. But yeah, you probably won't be seeing much of them in those. Will he ever be able to play piano again? I don't know what you mean by he, but I'm glad that you mentioned piano, because I actually play piano. I played it for 13 years. Now, I'm rusty, because I haven't played it in like 2 years, or 3 years, but it's muscle memory. If I practiced again, I'd get it back. I'm like one test away from technically being a licensed piano teacher, really. No, music's always been a part of my life. The unfortunate part about music always being in my life, though, is that I love singing, and I can do it, but I'm not an optimal singer, if that makes sense, purely due to my voice. I have been told by sound mixers that I've worked with that my voice is the same kind of vocal quality as a trumpet, which means that even now, when talking, certain compressors or whatnot will cut out massive chunks of my voice, because for some reason, all these digital programs register my natural voice as white noise, and which is horribly, painfully ironic. And so it'll take out chunks of my audio, so I have to be very careful with my mixing. And same goes for singing. I'll try to sing, and all of a sudden chunks of my audio will just vanish into the void. That is actually why the conspiracy theory video took so long to get out. Because about a solid 40% of the stuff I recorded was gone. Like, all of Ayumi's audio was there, but my audio was just fucking vamoose. There's no Santa, there's no Tooth Fairy, there is no Midas. Yeah, I mean, you're right about that Tetrament T. So many VTubers I follow sing and play piano, I wonder why. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because there is a pipeline. There is a kid who was forced into a sport or a music thing, like, very hardcore for all of their young life. They are socially awkward. They are taken away from social situations. They are just made stagnant. So their only hobby is anime or whatever instrument they're playing. And then they burn out, or they give up the instrument, or they escape, right? And so they're left with a really cool skill, but also a very hard time socializing. And that's the perfect recipe for somebody who wants to VTube. And so you'll see a lot of very gifted VTubers, because there's nothing else they can do. Actually, a ton of VTubers I know are like musical theater nerds as well. And I love that. Hate that I got called out for being a musical theater nerd the other day, though, because I thought I hit it so well. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. But, yeah. I love musicals. Now, I hate a lot of musicals. Like, how do I say this without ruining... Actually, no, you know what? If you really like Hamilton out there, I'm after you. I'm on your ass. Don't fucking come at me with that Alexander Hamilton bullshit. I'm so sick of it. Tumblr was so full of it. And then Twitter was so full of it. I've seen enough Hatsune Miku, Thomas Jefferson binder pictures to last a lifetime. Okay? I don't care how impressive it is that you can rap all of Lafayette's part in that one song. Just keep that away from me. I am a certified hater. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's good. I thought it was good at one point too. Hell, it is good. But I don't care. It's kind of like how I am with Disney, actually. Like, Disney put out a lot of really good things back in the day, but I also have this massive hate boner for Disney. Like, it's actually quite impressive how much I hate Disney now. Because back in the day, like, okay, so I do piano, I do music, but art is my main thing. Art's always been my main thing. And as a kid, grew up watching like the classic Disney films, like the 2D animation, and I wanted to do Disney. I wanted to work for Disney. There we go. I wanted to do art for Disney. Those dreams were pretty shattered once I started really getting to the art side of things and realizing how heinous the company actually is and how politically bent they are and how cruel they treat their staff. Like, have you heard, like, there's so many horror stories. And even now, like, the quality just keeps going downhill, downhill, downhill. I wouldn't want to attach my name to a Disney property now. Like, maybe, like, 20 years ago, if I was, like, in my prime 20 years ago, I would want to be attached to those properties because these were high-quality productions. True, like, musical theater, like, vibes. Incredible artwork. There was passion. There was reasons for things to be there. But you get fucking Disney's Wish out here, polluting the atmosphere. Like, and don't get me fucking started on Artemis Fowl. Don't even get me started. I've been waiting. Is it real? Am I really gonna do this on my debut? Am I really gonna do this during my debut? Am I seriously gonna tie it back to Artemis Fowl again? Dude, can I just not help myself? Can I just not help myself? Am I mentally ill? Am I mentally ill, chat? Is the only way for me to exist hope via Artemis Fowl? I swear, like, every time I do an event, it always somehow turns into me ranting about how Disney ruined Artemis Fowl. I'm really passionate about that book series, okay? They massacred my boy! Why do you hate things for being popular? Don't be a dingus, you hipster pulled from the 2010s. Excuse you, I was in my prime when I was 11. Hey, those sparks flying over the Disney castles are shattered hopes and dreams, or white phosphorus if you believe the war crimes. Oh, absolutely. Like, it's crazy. Hey, how would I go about asking for a commission from you? Also, can you read Artemis Fowl for one of your streams? Actually, I cannot read it for one of my streams because technically, this is why I hate Disney, Disney bought it. And doing novel reading streams on YouTube is verboten. You cannot do that. I've actually checked before. While this is my first stream on Midas, I've streamed for years, right? But I took a hiatus just to focus and to do things and revitalize myself, right? And so this is my first proper stream in quite a while. Came here for more schizo in our day, but this time in macro portions. Real. Can you convince me to read Artemis Fowl in 15 seconds? Main character is a super villain. Main character is a villain. It reads pace-wise like an action movie, so it's not boring. There's fairies, but also like super cool underground tech. And there's war crimes. I think that was 15 seconds. He does not like surfing, Gilgamesh! He doesn't. Oh my fucking god, that fucking movie! The fucking movie. But yeah, no, like, she's supposed to be a little shitbag. Artemis Fowl was like my wish fulfillment growing up, if that makes sense. Like, I read that book series and I'm like, oh my god, he's 10 years old. I'm 10 years old. He's a genius, so I must be a genius, right? Like, it's kind of like how some cringy kids start watching anime and all of a sudden they think they're fucking Naruto and they run everywhere and they do the hand symbols because they want to be a ninja. that was me, but Artemis Fowl. I would like put on the sunglasses, I would wear suits, and I'd be like, I'm a super evil secret genius. I've got this shit nailed. I'm gonna commit evil crimes. The movie was supposed to be an amalgamation of like 3 things, and initially it was like through 11 years of production. Hell, it was supposed to be like done by Harvey Weinstein, and then Weinstein happened, right? And so it got put in the back burner again. And it went through a hell of a lot of reshoots, and then they replaced all the actors and they reshot again. And they tried to mesh a bunch of books together into a movie, and then they removed everything that could have possibly been canon in the books in the movies. They made the Asian ninja bodyguard black, which is fine, but the issue there is that the lore behind the Asian bodyguard is that he has been working with the white supervillain family for hundreds of years. Like, so Disney basically turned it from cool ninja stuff to, oh, we're gonna imply slavery now. Because we're just so quirky like that. And then they took like the one character that was supposed to be black, Holly, and they made her white. So it's just like, you had no reason to race swap everybody. Like, you had, like, if you wanted to do it for representation's sake, you already had it built in. So what was the point? Like, was this like covert secret racism? Were you trying to get like a one-up? Holly was supposed to be black. I don't remember that. Literally, her first description in the book is that she's got plump cherubic cheeks, a long hooked nose, and a dark, like, I think it was like, it was a dark nut-like complexion, like nut brown skin and fiery red hair. But like literally, like all of her descriptions, it's always like warm nut brown skin. In Artemis, it's just like, he's this little fucking creature that lives in a fucking like computer lab all the time, and his skin is pale because he's got no vitamins. He's not in the sun. He's like a vampire. He hates exercise. He loathes exercise. He'd rather pay someone to exercise for him. In the movie, they opened it up with him fucking surfing. And they didn't make him a villain. They made him like a... I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, guys. I'm not doing this. We're not doing Artemis Fowl on my debut, because I can and have gone into this before. And it does go on for multiple hours. I am not shitting you. I break down... I have like a timeline. Because there's time travel in the books, right? I have like a whiteboard-esque style timeline about all of the points of the books and everything I like talking about. There's 8 books, but then there's also the sequel series. Anyway, I mean, we could go into it. We're not doing it right now. We're not doing it right now. This is me cutting it off here. We're cutting it off here. I'm just egging them on. It's a sign that you just do it. No shot. She's alive. Artemis Fowl watch along. Nah. If I watch that movie again, I may actually cry. Like, legitimately, when it dropped, I had like a whole midnight release thing. I gave Disney my the last shred of hope, right? I was like, all right, I will do the free Disney Plus trial so I can watch Artemis Fowl. I got all my siblings and I gathered them there and I made popcorn and we were sitting in front of the computer. And then it opens with a panning shot of him surfing and I start to cry. Rias, don't send me stuff on Discord. I have Discord shut down. We are shutting down Discord right now. Speaking of Discord, though, I had a very interesting time trying to put together Discord for, like, after stream, because people on YouTube have been asking for a solid 2 months, 3 months for a Discord link. And initially, I provided it at, I think it was 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it was something for 24 hours. Something that caused a hell of a lot of trouble. Like, that was a nightmare. I refused to have Discord until I had mods in place. And I also needed to make it a community. But here's the thing. I'd never run a Discord to that scale before, so I didn't know what to expect. And a fucking 1,000 of you guys filtered in all at once, and I had no moderation, and I had no bots. It was set up to be like a friend Discord, like, for like 20 people. And everybody filtered in. So since then, it was like, okay, I got to set up a Discord. And so a good friend of mine, Cora Valorum, helped me set it up. And it's been ready for like a literal month and a half. I just didn't have mods, and so I didn't want to commit to the bit. And recently I got the mods, and I thought, okay, well, I'll hold off on it, and I will drop it at debut, because then then everybody can see it, and everybody can join if they want. I haven't set it up yet. It's on the burner. It's cooking, but I'm gonna do a Patreon such that I can give you guys teasers for things like music videos, music videos. May I see the back of Pink Midas's hair? Oh, hell yeah! That's actually my favorite part. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Isn't that just the best? When I provided my modeler the reference, I did not remember to send them a reference of the back of the head, so they had to come up with that on their own, which I apologize profusely for, and I appreciate. And they cooked. I love the way it stripes. Like, I'm actually, like, insane for this. Pink Midas, best Midas. From Tech, big beefy feet delivered. Please sign 6 to 9. There are no feet in Ba Sing Se. There are socks, though. There are socks. This is just for Tech. Tech, you miserable worm. You foot-loving worm. This is specifically for Tech. And all those other sickos who keep commissioning feet fan art. I may not like it, but you know what? I love my people. And if the people want something, they can get a restricted version of it. Like, you don't get to have the brand name thing. You don't get to have the full McDonald's Happy Meal. But you can have the Arby's curly fries, okay? You can have something, okay? You can have the socks. You are allowed to have socks. I will grant you this mercy, okay? Because socks, hey, they're premium. Socks are great. I love socks. I'm always wearing socks. Actually, I always wear socks, even to the beach, even when I go swimming. The only place I don't wear socks is in the shower because I'm trying to get clean. But when I go to the beach, I hate touching things in the water, and so the socks act as a protective barrier. And then when I get back on dry land, I have my dry socks in my bag. So I've got my swim socks, and then I've got my dry socks. Thigh highs. Yeah, thigh highs. Let's take a... We never did the scroll. I mean, I showed off the model, but do you guys want to do a little traditional scroll? Let's scroll. I don't know why my knees are bent. Let me just... There we go. How do I feel about spicy fan art? I think it's fun. I think it's a creative and great avenue for people to express themselves. And it's genuinely very great. I think that you guys are awesome for it. Got the little thigh mole. I've got 3 moles. Now, another thing my modeler added that I didn't, but I'm so, like, jazzed about are these painted nails. That is so awesome. Like, Win straight up was just like, hey, so, here's your hand. And I'm like, holy fuck! Like, Win understands my vision. Another thing my modeler added, actually, it's easier to see with the yellow, but you see my mouth? See the fangs? I didn't include that on the ref sheet, but Win added that, and it's so good! Literally, I can sit there and just do this when I open the program every single time and entertain myself for ages. Just, Grr. Grr. Oh, that was very Valley Girl of me. Never let me do that again. And we've got the neck mole. I've been obsessed with putting moles on all my character designs recently. Can't believe we got Midas feet for GTA 6! Headphones. Okay, we're trying this one more time. Let's go.
Ooh boy, I'm thirsty. If only I had gamer subs and used code Midas to get 10% off.
I mean...
That's the duder way.
That's the dude. Okay, here's...
How can we be lovers if we can't be friends?
Shut up, LMG! This ancient thing. Oh! That's not a funny meme. You're just trying to get on my good side, and it's working. How dare you make me remember what I forgot in the middle of stream? Anyway, this is who I'd be torturing to design Blue Midas. He's an interesting can of soup, for sure. I believe in Blue Midas supremacy. That's crazy, chat. Are you seeing this shit? I ain't seeing this shit. How about YouTube mods? Just shush, psych. I'm modding. I'm doing a great job. Dance into Karma. I love how I told you guys give me your favorite VTuber memes or normie memes, and you just flooded it with me. You just, you're very transparent as to what you're doing. Now, that specific two-step, bump, 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 I could do that with full body tracking. I will do it with full body tracking. Fun fact, for those who don't know, in the description of the 20K video, I have a drive link to the official old Vroid, so anybody and everybody can use it as they like. It's open source. You guys can create whatever you like with it. You know that Lauren only posts bangers. Let's go.
Dance! Everybody dance!
We dancing, everybody? Got those sick moves, everybody?
Life is good!
Life is good, everybody!
This is fun!
I'm trying to match the energy of that one in the middle. Excuse me, Lauren? Bringing this back. I'm not making a piss flavor. If I was ever making a flavor with gamer subs, you would know. 3-hour debut stream. Very proud of all of you for sitting through the gauntlet, and I hope that I've been entertaining. I think, though, that this is a good time to wrap it up. And this will be probably the average, if not a little bit shorter than what my standard stream lengths will be. Because I'm only doing one stream a week, they will be longer. And if it's something like a game, maybe, I would hazard to guess that I could probably go for 6 hours if I wanted to, right? My stamina can only last so long because I'm a creature. And I'll have to come up with a quirky sign-off. Really? My 3 p.m. alarm? Fun fact before we go, I have a 3 p.m. alarm that reminds me every day that it's 3 p.m. Not because I have anything I do at 3 p.m., just because I like knowing it's 3 p.m. Anyway, goodbye!